Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning class.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Waalaikumsalam. Morning, sir.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning.
Right, so today we are going to discuss lab exercise. Before the end of the class, please remind me to give you the attendance link. Okay, so about this exercise, macam mana class? How do you find the question? Is it difficult or easy?
Difficult, sir.
Betul the first question. How about the first question?
Difficult, sir.
2 marks only. If this is your assessment, 2 mark meaning very low level question. Okay, write the code to compute average of value stored in a 1D floating point array. Okay, 1D floating point array. And then this is the important part. Prompt user to specify how many value that they need to input. Okay, anybody want to share the answer? Ada tak? It's okay if you are wrong kan. At least you do, and at the end of the day you know what you done wrong. Boleh Anybody?
Me, sir.
Alright, good. Okay, kita faham Idham, okay. So let's do this using repeat. Okay, let me give you the link. Okay, only Idham only Idham go to this link and the rest those because there's a limit. Later on, after class finish, then you may enter the link to copy the code or anything. For now, just copy the code and put it in your notes. Okay? Hello?
Saya nak copy kod dia.
Dekat, okay.
Saya nak kena present ni.
Cuba tengok dulu kat kod dia. Sekejap. Share your screen, Idham. My voice, is it clear class? My voice clear tak?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Line macam tak ada kat sini.
Azhar saya paste kan kod saya.
Boleh lah. Zoom in, Idham. Yang divider tu tarik ke kanan sikit. Okay, alright. Run, do you get the output correctly? Idham?
Yang saya try.
Let's say if 3. Okay. Alright. So, okay, can you explain a bit about your program?
So the program first is the user can enter any input they want to enter. Then based on the user input, then there is a loop starting from 0 until less than user input. So from 0 until, in this case it's 3, so from 0 until 2. So the loop will run for 3 times, and each time it complete, it will increment by 1. So in each loop, the program will scan the average input of number input, and it will scan at the I mean, so right here is the array. So it based on the user input, the size. If the in this case is 3, so the array will be 3. So it will scan starting from 0 until the number 2. So it will scan all the spaces that are available in the array, and after it has scanned the input, it will calculate or add into the equation to create a sum. And after it has completed 3 times, and it will go to calculate the average and print the result. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Idham. Okay, very good.
Stop present.
Okay, stop present. Right, so let us use Idham codes then. Okay, can you see my screen?
Boleh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sekejap Sekejap. Okay. Okay, so we have user input. Okay, so this is supposed to be you don't have to put equal to 0 actually over here. Okay. And then okay, the array okay, array declaration. Array declaration, so this array is supposed to be float kan? If from the question, okay, 1D float. Okay, float array. Okay, but overall the answer is correct, but not 100% correct. Okay. Okay, so this is float. Okay, and then loop is the counter kan? Okay, loop is the counter. Okay, let us put it another in a integer type. Okay, and then okay, you already declare initial the value over here, so no need to put the initial value over here. And then average total is the average kan? Average for float supposed to be float So this is supposed to be float Okay. Okay, supposed to be float. I need to put initial value. Oh, this is total Total Okay, in total need to put initial value. I'm confused about this average total, and then you have another one, average result Okay, average result doesn't have to put initial value. So let us put it in one line so we don't get confused. Okay, so this is average result. Okay, this is the counter tadi So this is the counter Alright. Okay, in terms of overall declaration, it's okay. However, over here, so since the value, okay, when we are declaring the value, although there's no error over there, okay, when it run the program, but in terms of flow, it is incorrect. Okay, when you declare array, you need to have the size. Okay, the size is in terms of the size kan. Usually we put 10 kan. 10 if we have 10 elements starting with index 0 until index maximum index what class if we declare the size is 10?
9.
9, okay. But clearly over here, the question asks you to write the code to compute the average of value stored and then prompt user to specify how many value they need to input. Okay, meaning that you cannot put a fixed size to this array. It is based on user. If user want to enter 5 number, then the size should be 5. If user want to enter 10 number, then it should be 10. And so it should be dynamic based on user input over here. Is it correct, class? Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so where is the user input? Over here. So this is where the point that we get the value of user input. Can? Not over here. Over here, there's no value for user input yet. Can? Whether the user want to enter 5, 10, or 15, or so on. So once you get the user input, then you can declare the array. Okay. So the declaration comes a little bit late. Okay, after you get the user input. So get the user input first and then you declare your array. Okay, so array and then you can put user input over here. Okay, class? Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so now this will become dynamic based on user input. If user want to enter 5, then the array size will become 5. Okay? Array duration and size. Okay. As we discussed last week, so most of the time when we apply array, it should be paired with for loop. Okay, in this case for loop. And most of the time the for loop is going to start with 0, indicating that this is the first element. Okay, 0 index is the first element of the array. Okay, meaning that array input 0. And then when we add the loop, so it will become the next array input 1. And then loop again, it will become array input 2. Okay, this is what very important. And this is the maximum the size of the array. Okay, same over here. If this is 10, then the decision is going to be 10 maximum. Okay, excluded the 10 value lah. That's why it is less than 10 So maximum is 9. Okay, if this is 10. Alright. And then over here, okay, so we put the scanf. Okay, this is correct. So user need to enter the input, and then we put you don't put a fixed value over here. You didn't put 1 or 2 If you put 1, it will repeat with the element index 1 only. Okay, it doesn't give value to the rest of the elements. So it should be dynamic as well. Okay, how to make it dynamic? Put a counter inside of the bracket. Okay, so that it will change the elements every time the loop change. Okay, same goes to the calculation. Okay, so this is correct. This is to get the sum. To get the accumulate value of the each of the elements, array elements. Then after get the sum, so we calculate the average outside of the loop. Outside of the loop, divide with the size. Okay, this is the size. Size. Okay. Percent F. Good. Okay. Okay, question number 2. Okay, question number 2. Okay, let's create new. Tadi apa? Check. YouTube. Any volunteer? Question number 2 is okay. The question is write a program to find the smallest integer number in an array. Okay, prompt user to specify how many value they need to input. So this the second statement is same like this one. So you can just recycle. Recycle the one that we have earlier and put it in. Okay, let me put it for you first. Okay, so let's say we have let's take alamat mana nak buka tadi. Okay, this one. Okay, copy. Okay, you can just copy since the same kan. So user just need to input. Okay, up until here kan. Let's see. Okay, tu. Okay, we have the same flow over here. So user need to enter how many input they want. Okay, and then this input will become the size of the array, and then we have so then what then? So let me delete this, or we just recycle this. Doesn't matter. Okay, boleh recycle. So we can recycle. Okay, but you need to change something over here. Okay, so anybody got this correct? Can you edit this? Any volunteer? So how to get the smallest integer number in an array? Okay, integer. So change this to integer. Integer smallest. So this is smallest. Smallest is what we want to search kan. User input ni tadi. Oh betul lah. Okay, user input is in integer. Then this is integer. Integer. What is the question again? Integer number in an array. So let's use number over here. Alright. Integer. Okay. So this can be applied to any problem, okay, that require user to enter the size of the array. Okay, this also can be used with any calculation or any operation that involving array. Okay, you can print over here, you can scan F over here, you can do calculation over here. But in the case of finding smallest number, it will be slightly different. Okay, you need to change something over here. Any volunteer? Volunteer? Care to share your answer? Okay, if you are curious whether your answer is wrong or correct, boleh? Tak ada saya panggil lah. Boleh. Okay.
Can
Siapa?
I?
Okay, Nazamirul.
I need a
Alright.
link. Is it
Okay.
the same?
Let me give you the link. I think the link is different. Is it different? Yeah, different.
Different.
Edit from here. Jangan delete pula. Okay. Okay, share your answer. Share your screen.
Window. Okay. Edit from here.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess going to ask for input, I guess.
Yeah.
Kita akan minta input.
Okay.
Oh. Wait. Should we input? Okay. Boleh letak ni dalam dia kan? Array terus.
Yeah, array number. Okay.
Enter. Go for getting the smallest one. Wait. I see.
Number.
Oh yeah. Number. And print.
Okay.
Oh. Is it? Karen.
Okay.
Sudah.
Okay, very good. Can you explain? Nazamirul. Okay, very good. This is the correct answer.
So to explain this pi is for input. For the smallest, we can assume that the first one, the smallest one, because just because, and then from the first one we start compare with the other one, and then for every other element in the array, if that element of array is smaller than our smallest, we set the smallest to that element. So and then after the loop is finished, we will print here. Dah, itu je lah.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Alright. Okay, good. So it is correct, class. Okay, it's quite simple actually. Okay, let us look at again the answer. Okay, so this is to input. Okay, you can just use that as the previous question one, the same one. So this is the core of the program. How to find the smallest number. This can be applied to many application. So there are quite many question in the assessment involving finding the smallest number, okay, finding the largest number. So you can apply this in any program, okay, that require you to do that. Okay, so first, this is correct. First, we assume that the smallest number is the first element. The first element start with 0. So assume, since we didn't know, and the system also didn't know, so we just assume the first element is the smallest number. Okay, and then from there over here, if you see the loop is slightly different from the original loop. The original loop start with index 0. Okay, but for the smallest number, we start with the index 1 because index 0 already used as the smallest. Okay, that is why we said the first in the loop is index 1. Okay, so starting with index 1, we compare it with the smallest number, which is index 0. Okay, so if number index 1 is less than number index 0, if and then we change the value of the smallest to number index 1. Can if true. If not, then it will loop again. Okay, so it will repeat until it search, okay, and compare all the numbers with the smallest. Understand, class? Any question over here? Boleh, Alright, so if no question, then we move to the next question, which is okay, write a program to read a series of number entered by user. Okay, so this is also you can apply the same codes, and print it reversely. Print it reversely. Something like this. Okay, enter number. Okay, same enter number, and then okay, print the number reverse. Right. Okay. So for this, okay, let me create the new one. Okay, so delete this one. Okay, so we have the input and same input. Okay, we are not going to use this one. Okay, so this is the basic. Okay, anybody? Any volunteer? Okay, let me share the code first. Anybody? No? No Diana? No Diana Aini? Boleh? No Diana? No Diana? Hello? Hello? No Diana, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, boleh? Boleh tak?
Wait, I try.
Okay, share screen
Can you see my screen?
Share your screen.
Can you see?
Not yet.
Okay. Wait up.
Tak ada. Yang lain ada nampak ke?
Saya dah ni dah. Nampak
Tak
tak? Saya dekat.
nampak.
Belum.
Tak ada.
Saya dulu je. Saya selesai.
Okay. Okay.
Nampak ke?
Okay, nampak? Okay, edit from there.
You want me to copy my or?
Jangan copy, edit boleh. Baru boleh faham sikit. Boleh besarkan sikit. Divider tu tarik ke kanan sikit. Okay. Okay. Okay, edit from here je. Okay, itu dah okay. Dia ni pun dah okay, sambung je. Dia print je kan. You don't have to change anything. Until line 17 tu, start dengan line 18, write your code over there. Input dah dapat kan. So the question just ask you to print reverse. Print in reverse, backward kan. Input dah ada, so buat untuk print saja. Okay, input okay.
Kenapa tak naik ya?
Ha? Apa dia?
Kenapa tak keluar?
You type apa?
Saya tengah type tapi dekat repeat ni tak keluar.
Tak keluar. Cuba tekan.
Sekejap.
Tu.
Dia nak print the reverse number kan?
Ya.
Betul ke? Rasa
Awak buat
pasal
je
salah.
Jawab salah.
Saya rasa pasal salah. Aku nak saya habiskan dulu.
Tak apa habiskan. Masa run itu salah ke betul? Ha?
Dapat error. Lepas tu saya try backing tapi saya pun tak sure.
Try buat dulu.
Saya buat yang saya buat yang saya punya kod Satu. Sini dia pakai loop. Macam apa?
Okay, Diana. Okay, first. For tu bracket 4.
Oh ni
Okay, so counter in this case, the counter is what?
pakai loop kan?
Okay, loop.
Loop size. Size ni betul ke? Saya tak sure lah yang size ni.
Size tu, you get the size from where?
From the user input.
So?
So ni tukar user input.
Yeah.
User underscore. %D.
Tu counter plus minus
Oh
minus.
percent.
Okay, try.
Macam mana nak? Oh ni run kat atas ni.
Yeah.
Error. Oh no. Satu.
Percent D. Mana tu?
Ni ke?
User input, comma. Bukan,
Ni tak ada.
bukan.
Bukan
Print F. Bawah. User input. Nampak tak? User input. Array tu namanya apa? The array name is what? Array. Part yang array tu. Your print F.
Ni ke?
Array tu apa? The name that we use is what? The name of the array. Is it user input? User input is it array?
Number.
Number lah. User input is not array kan. User input is just integer. The array is number kan.
Yes.
Okay.
How many input?
Enter. Okay. So how do you want to
1, 6, 10.
Macam mana nak bagi cantik? 1, this not 1, it's 10 kan? 10, 6, 1.
10, 6, 1.
So how you want to make it more user friendly output?
Lebih kena ikut tak yang end tu.
Boleh? Try.
Tak ke sini ke? Kenapa dia kelak? Oh, dia kena tak belakang ni.
Betul lah, reverse. Kan? Okay, Diana.
Okay.
Diana.
Ya, okay, saya.
Okay, so why? What's the reason that you put the 4 print? The print, the 4 for the print. We start the initial value for loop equal to user input minus by 1. What's the reason?
Because you want to reverse the number,
Okay.
so you have to minus
Why?
1 backward to make it backward.
Uh, uh, minus 1. Why is it minus 1? Why user input minus by 1? Why don't you put just loop equal to
Because
user input?
kat atas ni plus 1, kat bawah ni minus 1.
Mana plus 1? No, not because of that. Because of we want to print reverse kan, so we need to get the biggest element in the array. So let's say the array is the size of the array is 10 kan. What is the biggest element? If the array size is 10, what is the biggest element?
9,
9 kan.
yeah.
So same goes over here. Okay. So user input is the size. Is it? Kan?
Yes.
Then if you refer to line 11, user input line 11 tu kan, when we declare array number, okay, and then we put the size as user input. So user input is the size. So that's why we put size minus by 1, so that if the size is 10, so minus by 1, then the element, the biggest element is 9. That's the reason. Okay. So when we print, we are going to print the first element, which is the biggest element. And the one that you say that minus 1, to loop minus minus. Okay, that's one we want to reduce. Okay, we want to reduce the number from the biggest element to the second biggest element. Okay, from 9 we want to reduce to 8. So we minus by 1. Okay, and then minus by 1 to get 7, element 7, minus by 1 to get element 6, and so on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what's the reason we put in the for loop, the decision is loop is more than or equal to 0?
To because the size is 0 to 9.
The element.
The
Element.
element is 0 size, so the lowest is more than 0 or 0.
The lowest is 0.
The lowest is 0.
But we put it over there so that it will keep on moving as long as the loop the elements is more than or equal to 0. Okay, boleh
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the rest okay. The rest, do you understand? Okay, so for the fourth question. Okay, fourth question. Write a program that will normalize the 5 floating numbers saved in the array stats. Array stats meaning that we need to declare our array name as a stats. Okay. And then how to normalize a number? Okay. First, you need to find the largest number in the array. So this one you can use the previous exercise. The previous question to find smallest, kan? Smallest number. So this time we want to find the largest number. It is very similar. Okay, you just change the operator from less than to more than. Okay, find the largest number. Okay, after you get the largest number, and then divide each number in the array by the largest number. Okay. Okay, each resulting value will then be between 0 and 1. So the output is going to be ni lah. If let's say you enter 100, so it will divide all the numbers with 100. 100 divide, and then you get this value. Okay. Right. Anybody want to share the answer? Let me copy the smallest. So we can use the smallest as our reference. We have the smallest tadi. Pada main modify ni. Yang di luar ni. If you want to edit later on, don't edit here. Edit it somewhere else. Okay. Control C. Okay, so we have the smallest, so you can just edit it from here. Okay, very simple. Anybody? Any volunteer?
Aku rasa kalau copy daripada program code block kita je tak boleh ke? Daripada yang kita buat tu.
Kalau edit yang tu?
Edit yang tu.
Boleh? Cuba. Boleh? Boleh, Syakira buat ke?
Sebab variable name dia macam complicated sikit. Tapi bolehlah try.
Try Diana boleh mute dulu.
Oh, sorry. Lupa lah.
Okay, sekejap saya share. Ni Okay.
Sekejap je. Pusing. Pula password.
Pakai Google tu tak? Kau buat password lain?
Pakai Google. Hai. tak boleh masuk.
Tak boleh masuk.
Sekejap. Terlupa pula masuk Google.
Pakai
Okay.
benda lain boleh? Boleh.
Okay. It's gonna take a while.
Itu tak payah ubah yang tu. Tu biar je. Minit
Input nak 5 kan. So macam nak user tahu berapa banyak input dia kena masuk. In number ni. Yang smallest ni kita buat bigger.
Okay.
And then kita tukar ni jadi largest.
Right.
Sekejap, ini saya fikir sekejap. Input. Tak ada declare, tak ada initialize array number dia.
Initialize apa?
Ada kat atas ni, tak ada declaration untuk array number dia.
Array number tu bawah tu. Kan kita input dulu, user enter berapa banyak dia nak masukkan
Buat
number.
largest lah. Okay.
Tadi dah betul tu, lebih besar daripada largest kan. Betul lah tu. Kan?
Sebab largest equals to, ya, kita ke atas ni.
Yang tadi original coding ni apa tadi?
Kecil.
Kecil kan?
Okay.
Okay, so you tak payah nak tukar ni, you tukar dia punya ni je. Dia punya apa tu? Dia punya simbol saja.
Answer.
Tak apa, buat je dulu.
Yalah. Using input.
Tu declaration number tu. Declaration untuk array. int number, tukar int start. Bawah tu int.
Atas tu. Okay, nampak.
Alright.
Okay, tapi dia kata floating, right?
Okay.
Sama dia.
User input remain as integer kan, since size kan, size is integer kan.
Oh ya. Apa tadi soalan dia again? The value after divide by. Okay, jap. Ni kena buat loop nanti. Sekejap ya. Sekejap. Okay. Oh, buka I. Dia tak buat I kan. Loop okay. So result, saya tambah result satu jap First result itu pula divide by largest.
Okay.
Okay, lepas tu kita ada ni pun kita kena letak loop juga sebenarnya. Boleh letak dalam ni sebenarnya. Sekejap results. Pula. After divide by 100 is kenapa ada dua kali ni sir?
Mana?
Yang ni. User input bukan patutnya 5 kali tu satu program, satu statement tu je ke? Kenapa ada dua statement?
Okay, yang line nombor 12 tu, that one is for the size. Untuk kita tentukan size, bukan untuk input. Okay.
Okay. Sebenarnya boleh try. Start slow.
For tu bang, for yang kosong. So, tak apa tu, line 31.
31? For
Line
all?
table. Okay, and then apa tu, format type loop. percent D.
Saya try je.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Smallest number. Oh yeah, the largest. Okay, jap. The value of 2 after divide. Oh, okay. After divide by largest in. Okay, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the largest number is 3, right? Kenapa bukan 4?
Okay, because you change the line number 25 tadi tu kan. Originally we use loop equal to 1 tu. You notice loop equal to 1 tu. We use that because
Oh
we
yeah.
put in number 22 we use largest equal to start 0. Okay. That's why we put as 1. But since you didn't do, you come up with slightly different decision kan. In line 25 tu. Originally it's supposed to be if start loop more than largest. That more than largest. Okay. Originally it's supposed to be like that, but since you do like that, also correct, but you need to change. Okay, you change the loop to 0, and then line 22 tu remove je lah. Line 22 just remove because no need for that lah. So this one also correct class?
Oh, ni pun kena tukar jadi 0. Sekejap, ya saya try lagi. Betul lah. Because selalunya saya buat simbol I ataupun A ke apa se. Sebab tu bila tengok banyak sangat perkataan ni terkejut juga saya.
Betul. Okay, biasa memang macam tu, but I don't want the rest to get confused. That's why I put loop counter ke kan. But you can change later on. It's okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Okay, let us look at again the answer. Okay, so this is our friend answer. So over here we create okay, we get the input from user again to determine the size and input user input. So this will become the size of our stats array. So the name is stats. Okay, requirement from the question, you need to put the name as start. Then over here we get the input for each of the element of stats array. Okay, same. Okay, same process as earlier. So you can just copy and paste from the rest of the question, from the earlier question. Okay, so over here is to find the largest one. Okay, you can do like this, or you can just modify a little bit from the smallest, finding the smallest number earlier. Okay, finding the smallest number, you just change this one. Just change the symbol to here. This originally it is something like this, less than smallest. Okay, but over here we need to have smallest equal to stats 0 lah, something like that kan. But for this you need just change apa, largest equal to start 0 and then less than largest. This one largest lah, if you don't want to use like this kan. And then this one change to 1. That one if you just copy and paste from the smallest loop. Okay, smallest loop from question number 2 tadi kan. Also correct. But this one also correct. Okay, this one also correct. This is a different style. Okay, how to find smallest or largest. Also correct. Okay, no problem. And finally, once you get the largest number, okay, print the largest number and you do another loop, okay, to calculate the normalized value. So how to normalize the value? Okay, each of the element divide by the largest number. That's it kan. So you can use looping over here or you can just use normal number. Okay, no problem. Because we just want to print the value over here kan. Since you want to print the value within the same element, within the same looping, okay, within the same looping, you don't have to apply loop lah. You don't have to apply array. Like your friend kan, your friend using result array over here kan. You can just use normal variable without array, result only without array. Also correct because we do the calculation and we print in the same loop. So no problem if you want to use normal variable without array. But if it is involving another operation later on and then you need to reprint again, okay, outside of the loop, then you need to use loop over here. But this is okay, correct, also correct. Okay, class, the rest, hopefully if you get confused with this later on, please study back this coding. So just refer to the link that given to you over here. Later on you need to copy this link. Boleh kelas? Any question?
Sir, saya nak tanya soalan. Because in the question, they mention dia nak 5 floating numbers safe in the stats array. So tak boleh ke kalau kita declarekan stats tu sebagai dalam elemen dia ada 5 saja. Daripada suruh user input, kita terus letak stats equals to 5 tu. Lepas tu enter 5 numbers.
Yes, boleh. No problem. So supposedly this one supposedly if you want to do that, so no input from user lah. So this is 5 kan. 5 and then equal to, so write down the number over here. Okay, 10 ke apa, 10, 5, 6, 7, okay, 5 numbers. Okay, boleh, no problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, any other question? No? Okay, ini? Okay, so if no, then let's go to the last question. Okay, last question is easy, very easy. Okay. And 5. Any volunteer? Okay, so the question is, okay, so this is fixed value. So no need for user input. Given array number 1, so the elements is this one, and then array number 2, the element is this value, and then we have array number 3, the element is all the elements of number 1 minus with elements number 2. That's it. Okay. Then you print all the elements of number 3. Okay. Any volunteer? Any volunteer?
Me, sir.
Siapa?
Saya.
Tadi dah buat.
Kalau tak siapa nak, saya boleh lah. Kalau
Tak ada siapa nak, saya paksa paksa orang lain.
Saya lah,
Lain. Alright, Lim Kian. Okay. Okay, let me copy this thing first. Okay, share your screen. Okay. Okay, for this you can just copy from your answer because it's different.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, can you explain? Yes.
So first need to initialize the array and the loop. And then because the question already fixed the value of array, then just write the values like this.
Okay.
And then for number 3, array is number 1 minus number 2. So we have to write a loop for this. So,
Okay.
and then afterwards, we print out the values in number 3 array.
And lastly, print. Why there's why there's a one array outside of the loop? The line number 32. Any reason why?
Because I want it to look more nice.
Okay, alright. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, let's look at again. Array. Okay. Okay, first declaration. Okay, declaration is correct. Okay, correct. So we have loop 1. Why loop 1? Loop only okay, and so only one loop, and so this is the counter. Okay, the counter, and we have 3 array. Okay, correct. Okay, this one is, I'm not saying this is wrong, so this is correct actually, but this is a longer version of the initialization. Longer version. You can simplify this. Okay, can you see my screen? You can simplify this by how to simplify this? by putting all the elements within a single curly bracket. Okay, this is simple, the simple way to do this. So this is the elements. Okay, just put all the elements inside the curly bracket. That's it. Okay, so you can reduce line the codes in your program. Okay, same goes like this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and supposedly to be 5 line and because each of these you put a semicolon and so representing new line actually. So 5 line and then 5 line, 10 line. Okay, so you may reduce this. Okay, so okay, let's put a comment over here so that we can compare. Okay, so this is the second array. Okay, number 2 array, which is this is the value. Okay. Okay, this is what we want to get. Okay, no value yet. Okay, that one is for initialization. Okay, then we have actually we just need one loop over here. Okay, why is it? Okay, because let's see. Okay, so we have the equation to get the value of array number 3, which is correct. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, you can straight away print this over here. Okay, no problem. Okay, if it doesn't affect the overall flow, so you can combine. Okay, no problem. Okay, unless if there's input. So most of the time we cannot combine input with output. But calculation we can combine. Whether we can combine with input, okay, within the same loop as input, okay, input and calculation in one loop, or you may combine calculation with output within the same loop. So this will save your codes, save the total number of codes, reduce the total number of codes. Okay, so we can just move this to oh, you want to make it nice, kan? In F, if you want to make it nice, you can just put it over here. Number 3 equal number 3 percent D equal to percent D. New line. Okay, then the first percent D is the loop 1. Okay, the counter. And the second one is number 3. Okay, that's it then. So the rest you can remove. Okay, remove. So it becomes shorter. If you see this is only consists of few lines only. Okay, this one and this one. That's it. Okay, complete. Okay. Boleh kan? Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, good. No question Really? Uh, okay. Okay, let me give you the attendance first before I forget Okay, fill in the attendance form. Okay, attendance. Lagi? Attendance dah. Okay, so for lab class, so no lab for tomorrow and of course Thursday dah raya kan. So no lab for 2B and 2C, no live However, I will give you one question that you need to submit and you may submit it before next week lecture. Is it okay? So you don't have to do it straight away. You can raya dulu kan, makan kuih dulu. And then after that, maybe you can do it on Monday and submit it before lecture on Thursday. Is it okay, class?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So no lab for no live no live. I didn't say no lab session So you still need to complete the task and then submit the question the answer in column before lecture next week. Okay. So everyone fill in the attendance already? Okay, if yes, then that's all for today. Okay, thank you. See you guys next week. Okay, selamat Hari Raya.
Thank you,
Selamat
sir.
Raya, sir.
Selamat Hari Raya,
Selamat
sir.
Hari Raya.
Thank you.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Thank you